Hey, this is Frank from Max Digital, and I wanted to shoot you over this quick video with some specific things that you guys can do yourselves to help bring in more business just by better utilizing your website and your Google business profile. All right, so I see you're a videographer out of Raleigh, so I had just done a quick search here on Google for Videographer Raleigh NC, and here's the search results page that comes up. And since 90% of the people never click past the first page, you're going to want to take up as much real estate on this page as possible. So that usually, or sometimes, the top section here is going to be an advertising section, but for this particular niche, doesn't seem to be any advertisers. So you want to focus on getting into the next section down here, which is known as the Google Map Pack. And so there's a couple different ways to get into this section, or a couple things you need to do. Which in this section only consists of the top three businesses, or the businesses with the three strongest Google business profiles. So to increase the strength of your Google business profile, which I see you guys have set up already, you're going to want to do a couple things. One is you're going to want to fill out this profile in its entirety. So there's a couple of different sections like hours of operation, things of that nature that looks like you didn't fill out. Also this section down here, which provides a 750 character space for you to describe your business. You're going to want to fill that out and use as much of that 750 characters as possible. You're also going to want to use local buyer intent keyword phrases in there in that description. That will help you to match up to what's being searched. And then also you're going to want to keep this profile active by getting customer reviews and responding to those reviews timely, as well as uploading new photos to the site as regularly as you can. The goal being to have more reviews and photos uploaded than these guys do right here. So that's kind of like the first thing, is just having the profile. But probably the most important thing after setting up the profile is to have your business registered in more online directories than these guys are registered in. Google is a popularity contest, so they send out their web crawlers to see who was the most often mentioned videographer in Raleigh, and that's how they're going to determine who to put in this section. And so the way that you can increase your online profile is by registering your business in online directories. And so there's thousands of directories out there like Yelp.com, Angie's List, Nextdoor.com. Many of them are free to join. It just takes time to go out to those sites and enter in your business name, address, and phone number exactly the way you guys have it set up here in the Google Business Profile. So that would be the first recommendation. Getting into this map pack here generally is going to bring in 30 to 40% of the traffic on the search term. So that's why it's super critical to be one of those three businesses. And then the next section down, which also typically is going to get 30%. In this case, you're going to have more than the typical that I just mentioned here, because you don't have a top section of advertisers. So it's probably more like 50% to the map pack and 50% down here. Anyway, to rank in this next section down, which is known as the organic section, is based on the strength of your website content and backlinks profile. So I wanted to compare your website and backlink profile to the first actual website that is ranked here is actually down here, RaleighWeddingVideographer.com. You can see the ones above it here. These are actually those online directories. So for you, something like The Knot would be a good one to be registered in. WeddingWire.com, another one to be another good one to be registered with, and Yelp, obviously. So, but anyway, I want to compare your content and backlinks profile to this RaleighWeddingVideographer.com. So here is your website, and as I scrolled through it, I noticed that it doesn't have a lot of content. Usually, and it really kind of does depend on the industry that you're in and what your competition sites are like. But in general, if you could get your content up to 1,500 words on your homepage, that is going to make Google look at you as an expert in the niche, and that's definitely going to help your ranking. So that's recommendation number one, would be to add more content to your site. Then when you're adding the content to your site, you want your content to be rich in what's known as local buyer intent keyword phrases. Keyword phrases are phrases that you want your business to be found for online, and local buyer intent keyword phrases are important for service providers like you, because they reference your site. The service that you provide, and the location that you provide it in, and those are the two pieces of a keyword phrase that your searchers are going to be entering into the Google search bar when they're looking for a videographer in Raleigh. So it's important to embed those local buyer intent keyword phrases into your content so that Google can match up the content that you have on your site to what's actually being searched for in the search box by the user. All right, so I use this tool here called Ahrefs to analyze different websites. So here's loosecannonvideo.com, your website, and I can see right now you're only ranking for one keyword, and in this particular case, it happens to be either your business name or some business out there that has a very similar name to you. And so, but it's not a local buyer intent keyword phrase, meaning that if somebody wasn't aware if you guys are ready, they wouldn't be searching for your name. They'd be searching for something like what I searched for, videographer in Raleigh NC. If I was having a wedding, say, and I wanted somebody to come and film my wedding. So that's second, I guess, recommendation would be to look at the local buyer intent keyword phrases for your industry and for your area, and make sure that you're building those excuse me, into your content. So I looked at this is the Raleigh Videographers.com. This is their website, and so I did the same analysis, or punched them into the same tool, and you can see these are all the keyword phrases that they are building into their website content and that they're currently ranking for. And so you can see here that there's a good number of searches for people looking for video production in Raleigh. And so here right down here, you can see not the last one, but this one right here, very specific to what it looks like you guys do. There's 90 searches per month just on that phrase alone. And you can see that they're ranking 20th in that spot. But you can figure out using this tool what your keyword phrases are based on the services that you provide and the events that you like to provide those services at. Build that into your content, and that's going to make it even better for Google to see you as kind of a site that really matches up well with what's being searched. So that's content. The next thing I wanted to mention was what provides power to your ranking or helps to boost your ranking when you have your content set is your backlinks profile. And the backlinks are just links from other websites over to your website, and they give legitimacy to your site in Google's eyes because they act as an endorsement of your site. And so with Google, again, being a popularity contest, you want to have more backlinks and referring domains linked to you than your competitor has. But in the case of backlinks, it's not just quantity, it's also quality. So you want to be linked to websites that are also trusted by Google, and that's going to increase your ranking because it gives power to your website. So that's how to think of backlinks. Think of them as power. So let's just compare quantity. Actually, this is your competitor. They have 44 backlinks from 9 referring domains, and you guys have 1 backlink from 1 referring domain. And so you can add more backlinks to your site you can just click on this referring domains, and you can see exactly what sites your competitor is linked to. Many of them are going to be online directories. And sometimes they'll have some blog posts or whatever in there, but you could go out to those directories and register your business with them, again, with the name, address, and phone number that you have your Google profile set up with. And then also you could go out to the blog sites and try to get them pointed back to your website as well, and that's going to add backlinks and power to your site. Now, I mentioned that's quantity, but then on the quality side, you really want to link to sites that are trusted by Google. And so you can tell that because Google gives every website a DR score, and the DR score is just a trust score. So a strong website has a DR score of 30 or higher. So you can see your competitors. This is not a really strong site or a really difficult one to beat, which is why a lot of those back pages on those directory sites like the not.com, that back page is actually beating these guys out. So really building some backlinks to your site and adding some more content, it should be very easy to outrank these guys. And so, hopefully that answers your questions, or provide you guys, I should say, a starting point for what to do next to build some power to your website and to your Google rankings. If you have any questions, feel free to respond to the email. Otherwise, if you wouldn't mind just leaving me a comment back and to let me know if this was helpful so I can continue to add value to small businesses, I'd greatly appreciate that. Thanks, and I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day.